back to News Insight. Okpebholo's 100 days in office, and he talks about his assumed or godfatherism in politics, and he talks about Oshiomhole, and he said that's not the light he sees or deals with Oshiomhole. Okafor.
Yeah, we learn everything in Nigeria almost every day.
Yeah.
Okpebholo has made us to know that a governor of a state needs to be given free hand. It's now something to celebrate. So that means somebody is supposed to control a governor of a state.
Yes.
I mean, that's not what the Constitution intended.
Yes.
The governor of a state is fully responsible.
Executive governor
for the running of the state.
So
now, an elected governor needs to be given free hand. You see, this nation will have to decide whether we are serious or not. Yeah. Be that as it may, I do not think there is anything wrong in him seeking advice from a former governor.
There's nothing wrong about
even from anybody. There's nothing wrong about that. Okay, but now making it look like it is something that worth celebration. It is something that has to be seen from an angle that Oshiomhole is a good man. Do you understand? A governor of a state is fully responsible for executively running the state. And that's how it should be. There's nothing more to it. The way it has happened in any other way, it should be queried, like we've been having fracas in rivers and all that.
Yeah.
So, but okay, let's queue up with Okpebholo and thank good God that Oshiomhole is giving him free hand to run the state that he's elected to operate. 2 years.
Yes. Because that's what caused the fraction between him and Obaseki at a particular time.
Exactly.
But there are some, I'm coming to Philip, but there are some things he has also done. He has turned the Edo State University in Iyamo. Before, it used to be Uzairue.
And Oshiomhole gave him free hand.
Philip, tell us. 100 days in office.
Yeah, we're near a banana republic, wherein governors had to tell us there are no godfather in his life. The man who said he had no godfather is saying that somebody is giving him free hand to run the affair of the state. How do you justify that?
As if the state belongs to the man.
Yeah, because if the man is not your godfather, how are you getting free hand? Because this is, last line news. There's chief executive officers and people working under him. They take the instruction from him.
Yes.
But they work with free hand.
Yeah.
So it shows that there's somebody who is up
Ahead
there
of you, yes.
who you are taking instruction from. And he has also told us that, look, it's not as if I have godfathers. So all the people that are God sent people to help me. Oshiomhole is one of them. Akpabio is one of them. I mean, what kind of governor is that? We should ask ourselves. I don't know why Edo State had to suffer this kind of fate all the time. If you say that the excuses he's making for Oshiomhole, they are very interesting, because we all know what was the problem between Oshiomhole and Obaseki. Because Oshiomhole Obaseki is the offshoot of Oshiomhole, as well as Okpebholo today. What is it telling us? It clearly shows that somebody somewhere is dictating to somebody somewhere, and the person is only trying to make excuses that there are no dictator or there are no godfather. I mean, it should tell us better things. 100 days celebration should be for a governor to display his achievement and not to tell the people who is giving free hand to run the affair of the state or who is not giving free hand. What have you achieved in 100 days? That's what we want to see. What is your scorecard? Is that part of the scorecard? I don't know.
Okay, beyond that interview that he did with Shum of Channels, there was some other news that came with the 100 days. We saw an improved security engagement that has to do with a lot of vehicles being released and bought for the Nigerian police force. We saw some construction of some accessible road. We have also seen, the federal government coming between Okpebholo, Auchi, and that axis leading up to Benin. They flagged off the road. We have also seen inside of Benin, there is a Ramat Park. They commenced work.
Federal government flagged off, so is that part of his achievement?
Well, yeah, it can be. Then inside of Benin as well, there's this flyover that's engaging in Ramat Park, which was long overdue, between Ramat Park Agbo Road,
That exchange.
Yeah, that exchange. So there are quite a number of things he has done under these 100 days. That's barely 3 months.
Yeah, I think Okpebholo should concentrate on delivering the services to the people. In as much as I'm not an advocate of 100 days in office, because it's a small fraction
exactly.
Of even your tenure.
Yeah.
Because I believe any state is headed at a long-term direction.
Yes.
You are just the whole of your tenure is a fraction of the destiny of
that state.
Even while you rule for 8 years, 8 years is a fraction of destiny of that state.
Yes.
I would want him to show us what Obaseki was doing that he continued. Okay, that's to show he has called well in continuity. Okay, because it's still the same Edo State.
Yes.
Different governors come and go.
It's still the same structure.
Still the same people.
Yeah.
Okay, that continuity is where I measure people. Then the another one I measure people very strongly is sustainability. I was telling somebody the other time when we were talking about those contesting to be governor in my own state in 2023 that I've not had anybody talked about when I become a governor. Look at how I'm going to generate income for my state such that when we do not receive any income from federal government,
there'll be sustainability.
So I want to see what he has done in Edo State by the resources in Edo State that has made Edo State to be more sustainable in the IGR and in those things. Let me tell you, if you give a money to idiot and ask him to pay for road that is constructed,
he will do it. It's just a transmission.
This is just transmission. These are not performances. So we want policies, things that will make a state more viable. What have he done? What has he done? What policies has he set in place, in motion within these 100 days that will attract investors into the state? You understand, okay? How well has he dealt with the local investors in the state? Those investing in different communities. This is not a P2B matter, but P2B used to say something which I believe is true. When you treat local investors well, foreign investors
will come in.
You don't go looking for foreign investors. So how well has the businesses that are located in Edo State, not only Benin, because when you say Edo State, it's not Benin, it's not only state capital.
That
the
is
entire state.
Yeah.
Businesses located in the state, how far have they fared? What will be the profitability of these businesses in 1 year from now? How much stars can they generate from there? So these are the index that a governor should be concerned about, not telling us about Godfather that somebody is giving you free hand for what? This statement shows that in the first place you were imposed. You understand? You said these people helped you. One man, one vote. Akpabio is from Akwa Ibom State the last time I checked. Yeah. What is his business with Edo State election? So he's even bringing these people. How? What are the help?
Or maybe the National Assembly is the one making laws for Edo State. Okay, so that's on the lighter side. Edo State is full of a lot of minerals and a lot of things you can do business with. From Edo North, we have a lot of solid mineral. Don't forget, Okpebholo still has one of the biggest deposit of limestone where cement is being manufactured. Beyond that one, they still have other solid mineral. Within Edo Central, you have all manner of fruits that can grow there, from plantain to banana, name it. Then you come to Edo South, a lot of things that can be done. What does it need to do to make sure Edo State become a better state?
You see, when he was making his analysis, he did say that, look, what is wrong with our Nigerian governors? Each time they come to offices, they don't tell us how they're going to make the state better for us. What are they going to do differently to make the state generate more fun, to advance the development of the state? Because it is not just coming to Abuja to share allocation and go back and then you share for yourself. No, think out of the box and produce something. Edo State, you don't even, outside the solid mineral, Edo State, even though they call Benue the food basket, but I want to think differently because Edo State is green. That's where I was born.
Luscious.
There's food everywhere. If Edo State decided to concentrate only in agriculture, if the governor will only make a formidable policy on agriculture alone for Edo State will be an international headquarters for food production. So Okpebholo should stop telling us about people who give him free hand to operate or not to operate. He should concentrate on governance and not just saying that they flag off road, they bought vehicle for police. Of course, the police aided his election, so he should compensate them. He should give them something.
He has also resurrected the dead Edo line and made them to be in operation.
Whatever it is, what is important what is important in Edo State is good policy that will take Edo State to the next level. Like he said, 8 years is just a fraction of the life of Edo State and the life of a nation. So when you come, you should be able to do your bit. You shouldn't come and then you just walk away and nobody take note of you. Tomorrow we still speak of Oshiomhole as a military governor. We're not speaking about his civilian governorship. The road he tied as a military governor in Warri, they are still dirty tomorrow.
And Bendel State there was more bigger and wilder.
Exactly. Most of us were not born there, but the road are still there. So what is it taking to do for Edo State people? It is not telling us somebody is giving you free hand. Okay, fine, you have been given the free hand. Please use this free hand to bring out good policy, especially in the area of agriculture, so that Edo State will be known for something that is good for once.
Okay, they used to say that by their fruit you shall know. You talked about improvement in security, but electoral tribunal was moved to Abuja from Edo State because of insecurity. How do we measure? How do we balance
Maybe
that?
because of that time he has not really fully taken that.
So how do we balance that?
I wish I know you were coming from here.
Because we have to be objective.
That's political insecurity.
You see?
We have to be objective in measuring these things, because if we remove them from the realm of measurement, it becomes difficult to make judgment. Okay, the local government chairman, he unilaterally removed them.
They are still in court
judgment.
now.
Yes, that's why they are still
As
in
a
court.
result of bad policy.
So Oshiomhole gave him free hand to do all those. You see, there are times for seriousness, and just that our people are, is it because we are hungry, or because we want to take side, we want to feel favored? Anything any governor does is correct. Coming to tell us about Oshiomhole is an insult to Edo State people. It's an insult to
Well,
Edo
maybe
State.
Sean tailored his questions in that line, so that's how he asked.
Well, maybe you are challenging his smartness. Anybody can tell any kind of question. You can only make the obvious available. You understand? So, Oshiomhole or Akpabio or Co, whoever that was used, I don't know how they mean use. We don't question anything in Nigeria. Use how? They gave him money, they endorsed him, or what did they do for him? That should be the center of discussion about your performance in 100 days in office. Your governance should be focused on Edo people. You and I were one of those that defended him when they were saying he can't speak English and blah, blah, blah. Or he couldn't read English or whatever. I said, English is not our language, in as much as I do not want a governor that cannot pronounce words amount in words and in figures.
I didn't know, I didn't used to know Maso. But when it comes to money right now, God be with us.
So, as it is, it should be more focused on Edo people, not the Godfathers.
Well, your takeaway just in 10 seconds.
Yes, Okpebholo is doing what he is doing to remain in office, but he should know that the office is meant for the Edo State people and not for a particular person.
Okay, so we got to find out that there's a name that has been coming up very rampantly, and most of the time for the wrong reason, and that's Akpabio. But when we come back, we'll talk about that. We'll be right back on News Inside.